This is DC Universe Online. It's a massively multiplayer action game. We're making kind of a hybrid here and bringing some new things to this space. I'd like to just show you around a little bit and show you what this game's all about. It's the first time we're letting players play it here at San Diego Comic-Con. I've created my own character. Her name is Lightstream. She's sort of inspired by Green Lantern. She has a ring. She can fly. She shoots light bolts out of it. We are very much an action game. We don't have auto attack or anything like that. You're actually hitting the button and your character responds to the attacks. On the other side, we're also a physics-based game. We do a lot with Havoc and physics-based objects. As you can see here, I can actually create a physics object, which got knocked out of the way there. It's the beauty of multiplayer, but here we go. I can pick up this car, for instance, right? I can now use it as a weapon and smash people, smash enemies, knock them down to the ground like this person right here. Or I could even just throw it down the street at somebody, at an enemy, if I wanted to. But like I said, we're not just limited to physics objects in the environment. I just made a physics object right there, which I can then knock down the street if I want to with another power. Very action-oriented, very dynamic gameplay that's based more on tactics rather than numbers. You'll be able to go through the city in shared events like this and team up with people on the shared world. You can also do solo adventures in the shared world if you want. We will have instances where you're going into Arkham Asylum or Star Labs or perhaps even other secret locations, I'll leave it at that, to do raids with your friends in larger groups. PvP will be an option, player versus player. You'll be able to choose a hero or a villain, and depending on which one you choose, you'll be fighting against other players online. Right now in our demo, we're featuring all heroes, but you can play a villain. Jim Lee, who is one of the legendary comic book artists in the field, is the executive creative director on the project. He is the one responsible for concepting all of these buildings you see here and the characters that are in the game. This is his vision of the DC Universe, and we're bringing it to life online. Right now, the city of Metropolis is being invaded by Brainiac. This is one of his many sort of servitor ships. He sent Brainiacs down to infect civilians with a nanovirus, and it's my job to sort of help Superman and Supergirl defeat these infected civilians and save them, actually. So as you can see here, very responsive action-based combat, very dynamic. Pick up objects, throw them at people, use my powers to knock people back. Got knocked out right there, it's alright. We've all seen it a million times. Superman gets knocked into the brick wall, but he picks himself back up, so I'm going to do that right now too. Get right back up into the fight. It's a very action game, action-oriented game. We want you to get in and out of the action really quickly. Let's go look for an iconic character, see if we can't help them out. For instance, here's Green Lantern. He's surrounded by a bunch of these Brainiac overseers, which are trying to infect the populace. So I'm going to go ahead and try and help him out, use my AE attack. And I fight alongside these characters. You don't actually play Green Lantern or Batman. You create your own character, and you ally yourself with them or fight against them, depending on if you choose to be a hero or a villain. If I'm a hero, I fight with Batman and Superman. If I'm a villain, I fight with Lex Luthor and the Joker, right? I mean, you get to interact and rub elbows with some of the most famous fictional characters that are out there today. So that's basically it in a nutshell. It's going to have hundreds of heroes and villains, mixing it up online in an action combat physics-based environment set in the DC Universe.
DC Universe Online.